Hello cả nhà, hôm nay mình sẽ dẫn cả nhà đi lên tàu đi dạo biển nha. Thì mình mua vé rồi, hội đồng. Bây giờ mình đang xếp hàng. Đây ở kênh Quốc Free Shopping, Arab Shopping trên biển nha cả nhà. Đấy. Đông người đi lắm cả nhà. Đây là vé đây. Southern Cruise. Tàu cũng to lắm. Mình chắc mình đứng ở trên, mình quay xuống cho cả nhà xem biển.
You're good. You're good.
Hi.
Just one, thank you.
Hi.
That's
Thank
good.
you. Ở biển là toàn là ghe với tàu bè buồm mà vui.
Do you remember one of our holidays together? We took some.
Trời nắng là đông, có trời đông người luôn á.
You were really weak.
Đây là chiếc tàu bự đây cả nhà. Bên trên ngồi nắng tí nhưng mà đấy. Người lên người xuống. Tàu có tên là Alicat, của công ty Alicat.
I wasn't there because I didn't know that.
Đây, mình lên trên rồi, mình lên trên cùng luôn. Mình quay shopping trên biển cho cả nhà xem nha. Đó. Cảm giác người mình nó đang quay. Đẹp ha cả nhà. Ô, nắng vô cái mặt. Đó. Cả nhà thấy chưa? Tàu đi nè.
Well, as you can see, we are leaving the Gulf. Obviously, today is a big shopping centre. That wasn't always the case.
Đó, thích chưa cả nhà? Này, tha hồ coi nha. Ngắm biển nha. Đưa cả nhà đi tham quan nha. Shopping trên biển.
Eventually bought on by a company called Barclay Homes, who transformed it into the site that you see here today. Today, Gulf plays home to over 90 shops, restaurants, bars, nightclub and casino. Of course, the main attraction here is the spinning tower, which as you'll see, we're passing directly underneath. As you go under the tower and take a look up, you'll be able to appreciate the height and size of it. You'll also notice a glass floor. Some construction of that one line. Now we've got a break up, you can walk across it and look down to 100 metres. So, as we go past Gobble Kings, just outside of the site,
if you had the chance for £10 million, would you jump off the
train
top
to
of that?
various destinations. If you wish to sort of thank you, can we left the bucket to leave the boat?
Có một số người ta xuống để người ta đi tham quan cái chuyến tàu thủy quân đó cả nhà. Thành ra mình không xuống, bữa mình đi rồi, bây giờ mình ở trên đây để mình quay lại. cùng thì nhiều người ngồi quá trời luôn. Ở dưới này thì thôi cho nó mát, không ai ngồi hết.
Throughout the trip today, the bar will be open in the lowest zone array upon the cold room. The boat needs to be this safety announcement. And above all things, have an enjoyable trip. As I'm sure you're well aware by now, downstairs we do have a fully stocked bar, soda array of hot and cold drinks and light refreshments. Also noting we are from the Isle of Wight and therefore serve before a small selection of Isle of Wight produce. Most notably including Isle of... Now the first key wall of the base is this one here on the right, it's called the South Railway Jetty. Its name used to be as far south as the rail line in Portsmouth used to extend to. That though was all the way until many years ago. The rail line was completely fixed. Today, the only remaining part of it is the blue fronted building on the far right. That's the old waiting rooms. But with the train line now gone, the jetty has become the home to the big red brick building in the background. That's called the Semaphore Tower, and that plays home to a crew known as the King's Harbour Master, KHM for short. These are the people in charge of all the shipping movements in and around Portsmouth. So that goes to the start of this tour, right up to move to all the warships, cross-round ferries, the Isle of Wight ferries, all the yachts and boats passing down our left-hand side. Basically, everything that moves around the harbour goes to the people up in that town first. So, next up on our right-hand side, folks, two ships that don't really need too much of an introduction. Folks, these are the largest and most expensive warships owned and operated by the Royal Navy. After all, they cost a whopping £3.1 billion each. Now, in terms of the size of them, generally with ships, size is often determined by how heavy it is. Aircraft carriers are no exception to that rule, with the Queen Elizabeth class weighing around 65,000 tonnes. Although, to be slightly more specific, they're about 280 metres long, 70 metres wide. There's also about 10 metres of the ship located below the water. So this is about physically the largest possible you can get into Portsmouth. Any bigger and you would struggle to get through the harbour entrance behind us. So, out of the two aircraft carriers that we have, carriers need to go.
Lên đây đứng gần hơn nè cả nhà.
At that point, we also carry water. Now the aircraft of choice, well, that's a Lockheed Martin F-35B Lightning II jets. We've chosen two because firstly they are one of the most advanced fighter jets in the world. In fact, they are currently only one of a few 5th generation multi-role fighter jets around. They have a top speed of Mach 1.6, about 1,200 miles an hour. They can fly to heights of up to 50,000 feet. And all whilst doing this, Princess she can go along and repair any broken down warships. But unfortunately, her days of working with the Navy have come to an end. A few years ago, she was deemed surplus to requirements. She's been laid up here in Portsmouth for quite a while, waiting for her fate to be decided. It has been decided that she will be sold on scrap metal very soon. So no doubt she will be leaving us by the end of this year, heading across to a scrapyard in somewhere like Turkey or India, for example, and there she'll be turned into things like razor blades and fake vintage. Harrier jump jets you see, or helicopters do nowadays.
Cô trông cao, down there.
because they operate a system on board called Stovall. Stovall stands for short takeoff and vertical landing. So this basically means when the aircraft want to take off, they don't need a very long run-up, just a steam ramp in front end. But when they come into land, they meet an exclusion zone of all keyboards and warships. In there you'll see a couple of harbour tugs. You'll also see HMS Time, so much one class patrol ship. And those patrol boats have been in service since 2003. They spent their life here in the UK. Originally they were used for fisheries protection, but now they're used for coast controls instead. They are designed for air defence.
Wow, good one. The cruise ship. Wow.
Don't be afraid to enter the base. Things at the other side of the former RFA champion around the world. This one known as what's called a fast fleet tanker, which will go along and replenish any warships. Finally carrying mark level depth charges and so all in all, very heavily armed, very well rounded warships. But despite all this, they are coming towards the end of their line for the Navy and will be replaced in the next few years by the brand new 160 class frigate.
No, we are. They're probably
So the international port over the past few years has received quite a lot of investment recently. This is in order for the site to be able to accommodate some much larger ships. They did a lot of work to the quay where you see the Riviera alongside the Maidens. The hope is that from when they originally put the money forward, £9 million, and it went all the way up to 36 million. But please don't worry, because all is not lost. On the grand day of opening, the Lord Mayor of Portsmouth decided that he would take the very first trip up the Taronay glass seat elevator, that was located on the outside of one of the legs. He got 2/3 of the way up, and then in front of the world's media, he ended up getting stuck. Sitting there for about 2.5 hours to be lowered down by the local fire brigade. Well, it's safe to say the glass seating elevator has never worked since. It's now been removed at a further cost of another £2 million. Some travel though from the bottom to the top, which needs to use a high-speed elevator on the inside of one of those legs. Let's continue on through, folks. On our right hand side now, we are going to be going past the town centre of Gosport. Despite being so close, Portsmouth and two are obviously separated by the harbour. If we wanted to drive, say Gosport on the right, Portsmouth on the left, you have to drive through the market town of Ferry.
Tàu quay về bến cả nhà.
Ladies and gentlemen, £1 million. Go back inside the harbour entrance, we're going to right there called Old Portsmouth, though often referred to as the Spice Island. That tales where first spices were brought into the country by a guy called Sir Walter Raleigh. On top, you'll see the Spice Island is said to be one of Portsmouth's oldest pubs. Right, well, ladies and gentlemen, this does now very nicely bring us up towards Gunwharf Quays. This is our final termination point on our harbour tours for today. Now, I know a few of you will be wondering how to get back towards the historic dockyard. Unfortunately, we can't drop at the dockyard at this time of day, but to get there it's still fairly simple. Go straight through the middle of Gunwharf Quays, which is directly ahead of us. Once you go through the middle of Gunwharf, you'll go under a tunnel. As you go under the tunnel, you'll swing to the left, you'll see the dockyard gates right in. Anyway, folks, on behalf of myself and the crew, I'd like to thank you all for joining us. Do have a wish a small thank you to everyone bucket as you depart the boat. Once again, thank you. Have a lovely rest of your day here.
The bike doesn't go back to the doctor. No, don't throw that in the water, okay? The fact it's not even your bottle.
Tàu đi khoảng 1 tiếng cả nhà. Bây giờ về tới rồi, về bến rồi nè. Đi 12, mua vé 12 đồng, đi cũng sướng.
Big blue one over there.
Có đấy. Lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely.
Next time, can you do my
You haven't forgotten Josie's birthday, have you? Have you? Oh, right, okay. Right, I'll catch up with you then.